bring in the Republican Congressman Scott Perry from Pennsylvania. He's also a member of the House Oversight and the Intelligence Committees. And, you know, nothing did happen, right? Because they never did locate him. Let's start there and what you take away from today.
Well, the failures have been breathtaking, and today's hearing underscores what we already knew and actually makes it worse. Every single person that knows anything realizes, as Senator Durbin said, there's not many things I agree with Senator Durbin on, but it's obvious.
Right.
Nobody brings a rangefinder to a presidential event like that and avoid scrutiny. And the fact that they couldn't communicate, didn't have a meeting with the local police, or in some respects blaming that fact, you know, that they didn't have a conversation with the local police as the suspicious person was being sought after. This is the Secret Service's job. It is their responsibility. They're the ones that are supposed to make sure that these things are handled and taken care of, are locked down. And, you can't blame it on somebody else. It's their job to make sure that the job gets done, whoever is doing it. And it's pretty apparent that, well, I will tell you this, I don't know. We have yet more to find out, and I'm sure we're going to be more aghast as we do find more things out. But it just seems like they had this attitude, well, whatever happens at this rally with President Trump. If bad things are going to happen, well, we're present. We'll do what we can, after the fact. But it doesn't seem like they did anything proactive to actually protect the president or the people that were at the rally.
Well, it's interesting because some of the local police, Congressman, were taking, they were taking pictures and texting each other about it. But the problem was the communication, whether it's radios or whatever it was, just was not taking place, which is really, really hard to believe. Because like you said, the Secret Service is in charge, so somebody should be telling them, they should be making sure they're checking in and finding out. But here's the acting director talking about some of that information. Hold on one second, Congressman. I have Kamala Harris now.
Yeah.
That I want to check in on this live video just for a second, because we mentioned a moment ago that she's in Atlanta today for this campaign rally. So Georgia's a key state, obviously, in the election. That's Air Force Two live with the vice president coming down the steps there and being greeted on the tarmac at the airport in Atlanta. So the way it works is that she has arrived in the city, and then she'll motorcade into the event. But I believe her remarks aren't until about 7 p.m. Eastern time. This is the state. We were talking about it earlier. It's interesting because Atlanta's Fulton County, so you want to, if you're Harris, turn out the vote there. That'll be very, very important for her campaign. But also the surrounding suburbs in places like Cobb County, where President Biden won 4 years ago. Now, is there more excitement from suburban women voters in addition to the black vote, say, in Atlanta? And is this a new race now where Georgia, where it may not have been on the table or on the board for the Democrats last time, now gets more consideration? Of the two senators, there's John Ossoff with her to her right, and Raphael Warnock stepping into the shot now, are both traveling with the vice president. So Congressman Perry's with us talking about this Secret Service. I was going to play a clip from the director, right, talking about the information sharing. And anyway, here's what he said. We go back and talk about this. So we'll keep an eye on the vice president. Oh, you know what, Congressman, let me take a second. I'm sorry again, because I think she might speak here. And if she does, we want to check in. Here she is.
I wanted to address what's happened over the last few hours and be very clear. Israel has the right to defend itself, and I unequivocally support Israel's right to remain secure and to defend security in Israel. What we know in particular is the Israel has the right to defend itself against the terrorist organization, which is exactly what Hezbollah is. But all of that being said, we still must work on diplomatic solutions. Back to you.
Okay. I know that was hard to hear with the audio. What I heard was the vice president saying that Israel has the right to remain secure, the right to defend itself after the strike, which is a breaking story we've been covering this afternoon from the IDF into Beirut, responding to Hezbollah's strike over the weekend on that soccer field where 12 children were killed. So, Congressman Perry, if it's okay, I know you talk about these issues a lot. Let's just change subjects, okay? We talked about the Secret Service and the failures there. We know that investigation will continue. What about this? The conversation about what's happening in the Middle East now, is it leading to concerns of a wider war or an all-out war between Israel and Hezbollah? What's your early read?
Well, I sure hope it isn't, but I will tell you the weakness that's been projected from the White House and on behalf of the United States is provocative. It's probably why Hezbollah felt like it was okay to do this. And of course, the response up until this moment from this White House, Kamala Harris and President Biden, has been to tell Israel to exercise restraint. Who tells your best friend that's being punched in the mouth, they're being attacked by a terrorist organization, to exercise restraint? What the message should have been from the United States is that Israel, we know that you're under attack. We are here to support you. You do whatever you need to do to defend yourself and keep your people safe. That's an easy message. What you saw from the vice president right now was damage control based on previous statements regarding the unprecedented and unprovoked attack from Hezbollah on Israel. And now Israel's responding as appropriate.
And now we wonder what Hezbollah will do next. Now that Israel's responded, then that's where the wider warfears come in. So obviously we hope for the best on that front. We thank you for covering numerous topics with us, Congressman. Thanks a lot. We'll have you on again soon. Okay?
Well, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you. God bless you.
Congressman Perry.